Welcome back to another update here in TandemCTelevision Studios, which apparently is now located in the subarctics. Don't go anywhere. Before we get started with this update, let me just bring everybody up to speed, especially anybody that's new to the channel. Normally in these updates, I will update everybody on what's going on kind of behind the scenes with the builds. And currently right now, the build is two new studios, a studio outside, or what we're calling Studio A, and a studio inside that I'm sitting in right now, Studio B. And we're actually building these up so that we can film a new series coming up called CCG 2084. Now, once we get these studios done, we're going to get back to updates on the builds for that series and then the actual filming of that series, which is really why everybody comes here, is to see. Just right now, we're building new studios, which we need to film this series. So I've been getting updates on the studio build, just so basically so there's content on the channel for you guys. Now, with that said, this update is going to be a little bit different because not much got done this week. The new studios, or these studios here, are located in Houston, Texas, and I think most people have heard that we got hit by some cold weather, and this being Texas, and especially South Texas, we weren't exactly prepared to handle that. Infrastructure-wise, us as people, we're fine. Us Texans, we can handle anything. Our infrastructure, not quite up to the task. So we all lost power. Rolling blackouts, as they were calling them, or rolling you're out of power for 36 hours is more really what it was. So what I thought I'd do in this update is, well, give you an update of this week here at TandemCTelevision Studios, which basically started Sunday night. So the missus, or the boss of the studios, I guess you could say, she works in the hospital, so she left Sunday night. She's going to be working Monday. She's actually going to be working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Expected all the roads to ice over. This was known that all the roads were going to ice over Monday morning, so they had everybody come into work Sunday night and just spend the night at the hospital, so that they could be at work. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to get in. So she did that. So she left Sunday night. So it left just myself and my little 2-year-old here at the studios, or the new house. We can just call it the house, but this is our studios. Just me and my 2-year-old starting Sunday night, which is fine, by the way. No big deal. Wasn't thinking anything of it. Even if she had to stay there for the week, that's perfectly fine. I take care of the 2-year-old on a daily basis. Anyways, that's no big deal at all to me until Sunday night or early Monday morning rolled around. Then it started to become a big deal. So what I thought I'd do is just kind of go through the timeline here. So Sunday night, about 1:30, and by the way, we had been told we were going to have rolling blackouts, which I was cool. I'm cool with that. Fine. They were supposed to be 15 to 45 minutes, few times a day. No problem. I can deal with that. You know, the house isn't going to get too cold within 45 minutes. That's no problem. So around 1:30 in the Monday morning or Sunday night, however you want to say that, power goes out. Okay, fine. Okay, this is our rolling blackout. I'm cool. It wakes me up, by the way. So I'm awake, and it was about 60 minutes. Power comes back on. All right, that's okay. It didn't get too cold. I left my daughter, I left her in her bed. I didn't even pull her out of bed, anything. She just slept right through it. House didn't really get that cold. Heater kicked back on. Started warming back up. That, no problem at all. Until, let me think what time it was. Monday, I think probably 9. Yeah, it was actually 9 o'clock. Power goes out again. So I'm thinking, okay, no problem. This is our next rolling blackout. It's going to just be a little more regular than I was expecting. Well, about 3 hours later, I think it was about noon. Yeah, it was about noon. The power came back on. So it was about 3 hours later. Okay. So my assumption was power line went down. They got the power line fixed. Now the power is back on. Except the power went off again in 30 minutes later. And this time the power went off 30 minutes later and did not come back on until Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So that's the timeline. So Monday at about 1:30, we lost power again here at the studios. And the power did not come back on here at the studios. I think it was 5:30 on Wednesday. So what is that? That's 24 hours. I mean, I don't know what that is. 24 hours. 48 hours, whatever that is, two days something. Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, minus a little bit. So it's about 40 hours, whatever that is. We didn't have any power. Now, I didn't mention that Monday night, so Monday going into Tuesday night, coldest night ever in Houston, Texas in 120 years. 9 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's like negative 3,000 Celsius. I don't know, but it was it was 9 degrees Fahrenheit. It was colder in Houston, Texas than Anchorage, Alaska. That's how cold it was. And no power. And hadn't had power for many, many, many hours prior, so the house had already gotten cold. Now, luckily, we here have a gas fireplace. So I lit the gas fireplace. Now, this is Houston, Texas again. Fireplaces in homes in Houston, Texas are built more for show than function. In fact, we all have a fireplace. For some reason, now it was of use, but we all have fireplaces. And the other studio that I had been in for 12 years had a fireplace. I don't think I ever used it. I don't think it ever got, I think maybe it got lit once to do some marshmallows. I don't know, but never, they're for show. They're not for use. So not the most efficient gas fireplace in the world, but it did make heat, and it was our only heat source for 40 hours or whatever it was. And I don't know, I'm sure most of you out there have either have children, so have had a 2-year-old, or you have relatives that have a 2-year-old, or you've actually seen a 2-year-old at some point in your life. Very difficult to keep a 2-year-old within about a 3-foot radius, because that's where the heat source was. If you literally got about 18 inches away from the fire, it became very, very cold. In fact, the house was about 42 degrees. In the house, as it was between 42 degrees. I think downstairs was about 42 degrees. Upstairs, it was about 40 degrees. You didn't even go upstairs, because I think 40 degrees is actually where my thermostat bottomed out, because it felt freezing up there. And keep in mind, the temperature here outside was between 9 and, during the day, it was between 9 degrees Fahrenheit and 20 some odd degrees Fahrenheit. So it was constantly below freezing. So you didn't dare go upstairs. I had to go up there one time to get something. Some blankets that were upstairs. And I didn't know if I was going to make it back. I needed a Sherpa to bring me back. I thought it was at the top of it was so cold. So you had to stay within a very small radius of the fireplace, which with a 2-year-old, and somehow I think my 2-year-old is half penguin. I don't know. She literally ran the house. I would step away from the fireplace and I thought I was going to die. I thought I had exposure within 2 seconds of being away from the fire. She would run and be gone, and I'd have to go find her. And anyways, it was a nightmare trying to keep her next to the fire. If it had just been me, no problem. I would have just put a sleeping bag right by the fire. I would have pretended like it was camping. I probably just would have slept through it. But with the 2-year-old, it really made it hard. So that was, in a nutshell, the week here at TandemCTelevision Studios. So, needless to say, not much got done. In fact, you can see I was reinstalling all the sound deadening behind me at the time when the power went off. So there's in fact, my monitor is not even here right now. I'm gonna have to put my monitor back up to edit this for you guys. But so I was in the process of that, and everything just literally halted because all power went off. We did actually keep water service. We lost all pressure, and now we are currently still on a boil water notice. We have to boil all our water because apparently when pressure gets too low, it doesn't effectively go through the treatment plant, so it still has all the bacteria and stuff in it. So we are now currently on a boil water notice, I guess you would call it. And apparently the reason the pressure is so low is because in the Houston area, so many pipes burst in people's homes and at businesses and whatnot, that the cities, cities and neighboring cities have all lost water pressure from all the burst pipes. Now we got lucky. No pipes burst in the new home. No pipes burst in the old place. I can't complain. We did keep water, so that was great. So I was able to heat up coffee. We do have gas burners too, so I was able to heat up coffee on the burners. I was able to cook some food and stuff on the burners. So we got really lucky. There's people here in the city that are all electric. I don't know what they did. The old house, thank God we moved in here, because the old house, all electric, gas fireplace that's been capped. So you couldn't light it. It didn't have all the structure for a gas fireplace. I don't know what we would have done, quite honestly. Thank God we were here and had a gas fireplace. We would have had to have, I don't know. I would have been making phone calls. I don't know. My wife, well, I guess here's the other thing I didn't mention. My car is currently at the other house, the other studios, trying to keep it to look occupied. So we were here without a car also. So to mention about that too. So my phone went dead Monday night. I had no way to charge it. So I was dead to the world. I couldn't communicate or anything. But anyways, that's what was going on. I don't want to go on too long. That's what was going on here at TandemCTelevision Studios. So not much got done, but what now is going to happen I'm already back working on this. In fact, I've got this back up. Some people have emailed me. I think I've gotten back to everybody. I literally didn't have any power or any phone service. So I'm just now getting all my emails in. I had some patron messages that had come through. So if I haven't replied to you, I'm trying to get to all that stuff, comments in some videos and stuff. I'm trying to get caught up on all that. I'm gonna use this weekend to get caught up on everything. I've got a few little jobs I got to finish up for some people. Going to do that this weekend and get back on this and back on Studio A. So getting the installation, everything, because I've got to get that done now. We've got to get back to work now. But I've got I was behind the 8 ball already. Now I just missed out on a week. So I got to make up this week over the weekend, I think. The family's just going to have to deal with that. So I'm going to do that this weekend. So hopefully I'll have a big update next week on everything we got done here. I also did want to remind, if you want to support the channel, we can really use all the support we can get right now. I'm just going to be very honest with you. I can really use all the support I can use. Go check out the Patreon page. There's a lot of different benefits you can get over at the Patreon page. There's also a lot of benefits you can get by joining down below. So join the channel, become a member of the channel. If you want to keep it all in the YouTube family, just join down there. And also I've got the new Teespring shop open. All these links are down in the description, by the way. So if you do want to support the channel, either check out the Teespring shop. I got a bunch of cool stuff over there. In fact, if a lot of people had mentioned interest in posters, so I did a poster and stickers and whatnot. And I did a poster of the TRXZ. Now that's going to get changed out. So I'm going to be changing that poster out. That poster is going to go away, and then a Ripsaw poster is going to come in that I'll leave up for, I don't know, I'm not sure yet, maybe 2 weeks, a month, something like that. And then that one's going to go away, and there's going to be a Willie's Bar & Grill poster. So anyways, there's going to be a cycling through posters. So if you want to get them, make sure and go check out the Teespring shop and get those. But guys, just thank you for the support. Thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being patient with me this week where we really didn't get anything done and really didn't have an update, but a little story time for you. Just thank you for being supportive. I really do appreciate it. Leave me those comments down below. YouTube really likes comments in these videos and the like button. That's just the way the algorithms are working now. So please support the video. That's the best way you can support it, is just by watching the videos, hitting that like button, leaving a comment. I really do appreciate that, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.